so finding the right people, of course, is huge. I think, if there's one thing that people can do today, or let's say Monday, when they're back in the office, that is immediately actionable, is showing really true appreciation and gratitude for your team.
Hi, Dr. Reagan Robertson, CCO of Productive Dentist Academy here, and I have a question for you. Are you finding it hard to get your team aligned to your vision, but you know you deserve growth just like everybody else? And that's why we've created the PDA Productivity Workshop. For nearly 20 years, PDA workshops have helped dentists just like you align their teams, get control of scheduling, and create productive practices that they love walking into every day. Just imagine how you will feel when you know your schedule is productive, your systems are humming, and your team is aligned to your vision. It's simple, but it's not necessarily easy. We can help. Visit productivedentist.com/workshop. That's productivedentist.com/workshop to secure your seats now.
Welcome to Investment Grade Practices Podcast, where we believe private practice dentists deserve to get the lifestyle today while building an asset for tomorrow. Join your host, Victoria Peterson, to design the practice of your dreams and secure your financial independence. Let's get started.
Dr. Victoria Peterson here, and welcome back to Investment Grade Practices Podcast. We were chatting with Drs. Clint and Kelly Euse about their vision and core values and how that drove creation of their investment grade practice. Today, we dig into how they use those core values to attract and hire the people who not only understand, but are committed to implementing at a high level the vision of that investment grade practice. These are really key foundational topics. So I have a few things I want to share with you as you contemplate how you will craft your own investment grade practice. Let's get started.
Under or with the goal of not impacting our current lifestyle and flexibility that we've come to enjoy and that we built upon. So that's, I think that's where we're at.
Well, and our team, and we have a lot of females that work at the office, and, everybody has a life outside of the office, right? And we have the work family and we have your home family, and they love having that extra day with their family. And I want to respect that.
I think that your core values are at the heart of your success and at the heart of your management style. Is there anything that you would share with other doctors? It's probably the number one reason our phone rings and doctors engage Productive Dentist Academy. The first thing they ask is, can you fix my team? and we laugh and go, no, well, we can, but it's going to start with you, right?
Sure.
So, and it's also, interestingly, the number one reason that doctors sell to private equity is the promise that they no longer have to manage, all the people stuff. But when you and I were talking about it, Clint, you got an unsolicited offer, and it seemed like you had a mental checklist of, well, they say they're going to do this, 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 and this, but I already have this, 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 and this. What's your secret, and what would you share with other owners and leaders about creating smooth management systems?
Gosh, yeah. Well, how much time do we have?
Another encore.
So let me kind of hit the highlights as far as what I think are the real takeaways or kind of the most important things. Is I think so. One, and this is always challenging because it's especially in today's environment as far as just hiring anybody, trying to find somebody, but I would say that you have to find people and hire people that share your vision, and that are willing to put in the extra effort. We're an office that like we work hard and we play hard. And if you're the type of person that's looking for the 9 to 5 clock in, clock out type job, like we are not the office for you, and our culture says that, our interview process says that. And, that's one thing, is that you have to hire people that are willing to put in that extra effort, and they want to be part of something greater than just a kind of clock in, clock out type of job. So, I know it's a big topic today because it's hard to just find people in general, but hiring the right people is crucial. We have like our director of operations, April. she's kind of my right hand as far as the business goes, as far as the day-to-day operations. And, I'm so blessed to have someone like her because she has, 30 plus years of dental experience. Her dad was a dentist, and she's someone that I can 100% rely on, that understands the vision of the practice and is willing to implement that, and is willing to kind of follow that vision, where we haven't always had that, where, I've had, an office manager in the past that was, they would like to kind of spin the vision or to what she thought was more palatable, kind of palatable to the team. And, and that can't work. So finding the right people, of course, is huge. I think, if there's one thing that people can do today, or let's say Monday, when they're back in the office, that is immediately actionable, is showing really true appreciation and gratitude for your team. I've gone through, my own journey of leadership. When I started owning the practice, I was very much of the mindset of I pay you to be here. You should be here. You should be happy, and that's enough. Is that just a paycheck should be enough for you to do your job, do it well, and be happy. And I can tell you that was not enough, and that didn't work.
Darth Vader does not work.
That was a challenge for me, and that was a challenge for our team. And there are a lot of bumps in the road on that type of style of, it's kind of this, just do it because you're paid to do it. And this is where I got to give Kelly a ton of credit, because she's the one that really softens me and is so great with our team and showing appreciation. But I think it's showing that appreciation and gratitude, so people truly feel that. And so we do things. Kelly can speak to this more than I can, but there's like on Thursdays, this is it seems like a small thing, but our office loves it. Is I buy every Thursday is like Starbucks Thursday. Is that we celebrate. It's the end of the week. Everyone kind of gets their coffees and things like that. Kelly's always doing, small gifts and challenges and things to keep the team engaged. And so in our culture has really become that it's more of a it's certainly a business, but kind of a family environment. We all take care of each other, and people are there for a reason, because they feel that they're part of something bigger than just a regular job. And so I would say, really finding a way. It doesn't take much, going in and saying thank you and I appreciate you guys, and even small gestures just to show them that they're appreciated would go, would be a step in the right direction for any team and any leader of a team. And then the final part of that, I know I'm talking a lot here, but the final part that I would say is really understanding your team. One of our favorite events that we did with PDA is when you guys had Sally Hogshead in. And did the personality, kind of how the world sees you, and we've incorporated that a lot into our practice. With some of our team meetings, and we'll bring on new team members, having them take the profile, and everyone understanding how do you communicate with individuals, and how do you show appreciation to different individuals. All those kind of things, because everyone is very different. As far as some people like direct communication, some people need the accolades, some people need, we found that to be hugely successful, is understanding our team as individuals, and how to communicate with them as individuals, where they respond and understand. And so I would say those are probably three highlights that I can give as far as moving in the right direction with your team to take some of that stress of the challenges that come with, managing a team in dentistry.
I concur.
You said a lot, and
I know.
what my ears heard, it was such gold. I would not interrupt that flow at all. Take care of your people, take care of your people, take care of your people, right? So
yes.
hire the people that believe in you, and then turn around and give it back,
Yep.
I just love that. Well, I can tell that I'm going to invite the two of you back again once you have completed your expansion I'd love to. When I come back, I know all of our listeners are going to go, was it worth it? Is he still alive? What happened to Clint and Kelly? So be prepared, everyone. We're going to bring Clint and Kelly Euse, I think America's favorite dentist from Carson City, Nevada. And
yeah. And that's so awesome, because I think that there really is. I mean, that there isn't just one way of doing this, and my intention of sharing our story is certainly not to convince anybody that this is the only way or the right way. It's just the way that we found that works for kind of our goals and our core values.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with me this morning. I know you're headed out to live your life, going on a grand adventure this weekend, and I appreciate you. What an amazing conversation that we just had with Dr. Clint and Kelly Euse. I know I always walk away with many things to contemplate after talking with them. Here's a few things that I learned. I want to bring forward the highlight so that you can consider and think about your own life as it relates to the dental practice you want to build. They really talked about connecting. Like I loved Clint when he told the story that in the beginning as a leader, I give you a paycheck that should be enough. It's not nearly enough. And going deeper into getting to know each team member on a personal level. What do they love to do? Where do they vacation? What is their family life about? Understanding their work style, learning styles, their preferences in skills and communication styles. All of that makes a difference in how you connect with your team and how they connect with you. And then the last value that I'll go into that I picked up on was autonomy. Both the doctors definitely expressed a higher desire to control the clinical direction, to be in control of their life. And that really is the spark of their entrepreneurship. But they also spoke about April, their office manager, and you heard it in the phrase where he said, I 100% rely on her to implement our vision. That's a leader who has trust in this team and in giving them autonomy, because they know that they're aligned on core values so deeply that if they do go left or right, steer out of bounds a little bit, it's not with intention. Everybody makes mistakes, but we're on the same core value. We're on the same team. Kelly spoke a lot about team. So really, after you figure out where you go, you've got to figure out what are the values. What do you want? How do you want life to show up? How do you want people to show up around you? Because your core values are what drives behaviors. And you heard Clint talk about that too. He said, we use our values in the interview process. We reinforce our values when we're onboarding. We cultivate this in our team agreements. So core values are not a nice, consultant's team building tool. It should be a living part of the DNA of your company. It really is the unspoken glue that holds everything together. So these are the type of things that make a large organization work. The values are tied to behaviors. You heard Clint say, we use these in our interview process. We reinforce them when we're onboarding. We cultivate this in our team agreements. These are the things that make managing a larger organization work. So no doubt you heard the joy, the laughter, the humor that Dr. Clint and Kelly bring to life. This is the essence of building an investment grade practice. And I'm really grateful to both of them for being with me today. And I really thank you for joining me. And if you'd like more information on how you could build an investment grade practice, visit us at productivedentist.com. You can take the IGP self-assessment and discover insights about your practice.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Investment Grade Practices Podcast. If you find value in this episode, help us spread the word by passing it along to a dental friend, subscribe, and give us a like on iTunes or Spotify. Learn more about building your investment grade practice at productivedentist.com today.